welcome back to another Dice Tower review. I'm Judy, and this is Michael from the Nerd Shelves. Today we're going to talk about Dreams of Tomorrow.
Designed by Philip Perry and published by Weird Draft Games.
This game plays 45 minutes and is 1 to 6 players. Let's check it out. In Dreams of Tomorrow, players act as futuristic dream engineers who send dreams to the past to change their present. Players move through the collective consciousness and use their experience to capture dreams, then apply hope and creativity to weave these dreams together to form dream sequences. Once a player weaves 5 dream segments together, the game ends and the player with the most dream points is the winner.
On their turn, a player takes 2 actions. First, moving along the collective consciousness. Players can move up to 3 spaces for free or pay extra resources to move further and must move in the direction as indicated on their player board, which may change throughout the game. After moving along the collective consciousness, the active player then takes the action of the space they ended their movement on. Many of these spaces also have a shared effect, which benefits all other players.
Some of these actions allow players to gain resources, hope, experience, creativity, and a space where the active player chooses. These spaces also give other players resources, so it's important for the active player to read the benefit aloud. Experience allows players to capture dream segments from the dreamscape and add them to their dream catcher. To catch a dream, move to the dream catcher space in the collective consciousness. Pay the experience as indicated on the dream card and add it to your dream catcher on the left side of your player mat.
Once a segment card is in a dream catcher, it can be added to the player's dream sequence using the Weave a Dream action space. To weave a dream, pay the hope and creativity points on the card and add it to either the beginning or the end of your dream sequence. Where you place this segment is important for 2 reasons. First, players score resonance bonus points at the end of the game for matching symbols on adjacent dream cards. And second, if a card is placed at the beginning of your dream sequence, the available action is tucked under the card in front of it and covered up. Whereas, if you place the card at the end of the sequence, it will cover the previous card's ability, but the new card's action is available to activate later.
Players can use actions on dream cards by landing on the activated dream space of the collective consciousness. When using an ability on one of your cards, you may choose any of the cards in your dream catcher, or the end card of your dream sequence. Remember, you cannot activate any other card in your dream sequence because their actions are covered by the card in front of it. These actions include swapping dream cards, catching extra dream segments, moving along the collective consciousness, and, where the game gets really interesting, manipulating the collective consciousness itself by reordering the fragment cards and even flipping them over to change the order.
Play continues until one player completes their dream sequence by weaving a 5th card, which triggers the endgame. The current round is completed and everyone adds up their dream points. You score points for each dream in your dream sequence as indicated on the card, plus bonus points for resonance. Resonance is scored when 2 or more adjacent dreams have matching symbols, either on top or the bottom of the sequence. And the player with the most points is the winner of Dreams of Tomorrow.
Okay, so that is Dreams of Tomorrow.
Yes, it is! So, what do you think?
I enjoy it. I think it's entry level.
Yeah.
Very straightforward.
It is pretty straightforward. It's quite easy, yep.
Play quick as well. So when I put the dream cards in the sequence, it's very important to make the right decision if I want to put it at the beginning or at the end. Because I want to collect all the same symbol to get a higher score.
Yeah.
but I might cover up the actions that I work on.
It's true.
Because once you cover, you cannot get it back.
That's true. Oh, yes. I didn't really think it was going to be that big of a decision when we first started playing it, but I realized, yeah, you're right. You need to match those symbols, but they have to be adjacent to each other.
Yes.
So you don't want to separate the symbols or you lose points.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you don't want to cover up those actions because they can be important too.
Yes. You have to sacrifice some. So
It is absolutely. You have to sometimes sacrifice something, and it is a very important decision to make.
yes,
Yeah.
it's really fun. What about you? What do you think?
Well, first of all, I think this game is gorgeous. I think the art is beautiful.
Nice color. Yeah.
Very colorful. I also like how with the art, so some of the dream cards, they're the similar art styles, and those symbols are the ones that match.
Yes.
And so thematically, that's pretty neat because
Yes.
the dream sequences you're putting together, the closer the sequences are through the art,
Yeah.
also represents on the symbols as well.
Yes, that
which
part's pretty cool.
I thought was really neat. What I really liked about this game is I liked how some of the actions allowed you to manipulate the collective consciousness.
Yeah.
Because as we were going through the game, especially at the beginning, it just seemed like we were going around the rondel in a circle and we were just kind of repeating the actions. Collect these resources, catch a dream, and so on.
It's almost predictable.
It started out being very predictable. But then I realized when you were about to do something, if I played an action or activated a card that manipulated that rondel, the collective consciousness, it really messed with you. And then you started doing it to me. And I thought that was a really neat mechanic in the game.
Yes. A kick to it.
It definitely gave it a kick for sure. And there is another variant which makes it a little bit more complex as well. There's a nightmare mode that you can add, which it just kind of adds another player, like a dummy player, that also manipulates the game as well.
Yeah.
It's a little bit random, which isn't always my favorite, but it does kick the game up a notch.
You always need some trouble in a good game, right?
yeah, exactly.
Need to cause some trouble.
Yeah. Now, there are a few things that I wish it had. There's not a lot of player interaction.
Not a lot.
Right.
Not a lot, that's for sure. Because you're just focusing on weaving your dreams and taking care of your sequence and that.
Right.
Yeah.
And other than manipulating the collective consciousness, you don't block spots. You can't stop me from doing anything. In fact, when we go to certain places, we're actually giving each other resources, so we're helping each other. So it seems to be more of a race. Just get those 5 cards in your dream sequence as quickly as you can, and then the game's over.
Would you rather me to be your nightmare?
No comment.
You're smart. One thing I do have to mention, this game comes with some reference cards.
Oh, the reference cards, yes.
And also phenomenal. I really like reference cards in the game.
Yeah.
Especially when a game like this, they come, this shows a lot of symbols, and the symbol represent different meaning and actions and what they interact with each other, and you need that reference card.
Definitely.
To be able to do it.
It also has another reference card with the your turn order as well, the actions that you do. So you're right. I think that's really important. When games are missing those reference cards, I really notice it.
Yes.
Especially with the iconography.
Yes.
Yeah. Good point.
So I do have to mention that. I think that part, they did a good job.
For sure. The production quality is top notch with the reference cards and the quality of the cards. The art is beautiful. So that side of it is fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that is Dreams of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed the video today. Until next time,
Bye.
take care.